Worm, prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
So Boo is finally asleep, and it looks like this is going to be the catalyst for the next episode, where we finally get the Dark Emperor as part of the Universe 7 team. And for all those of you who are still saying that there's no way Frieza's gonna fight in the tournament, that this is just one of those episodes that's like a filler style episode, that there's no way that won't believe that he's fighting unless you actually see him in the tournament yourselves. Well, I mean, you've seen the episode preview. This looks like legit. This doesn't look like it's gonna be a throwaway thing. We see in the preview that Goku goes down to Earth's version of Hell and cuts down Frieza. They have like an intense talk, it looks like, and I love it when Goku always talks to Frieza, because he gets more serious, especially in Dragon Ball Super. He gets a lot more serious, a lot more intense, and it even looked like at one point that Goku was like, "All right, Frieza, well, if you don't want to join this tournament, I'm gonna leave you here. You can stay here. I mean, I'm offering you the opportunity to get out of here for a little bit and fight for your universe." And then of course Frieza has some sort of request. It says it's one of those requests that they're not exactly sure if they can fulfill. Going along with the theme of this episode, I think that Frieza's request, whatever it is going to be granted. The rest of the Z Fighters' requests are essentially being granted, especially the ones with the money from Bulma. They all found out that Goku is essentially lying about everything, and so they were really upset, but Beerus stepped right in and just threatened their lives. That's it. That's all it took. He threatened their lives, made sure that they knew the consequences of not entering the tournament, especially Krillin, and they entered. Essentially, you should have just done that from the start instead of having Goku do your dirty work. Beerus should actually. That's the reason that they're on the bottom, I think, because Beerus is not very proactive when it comes to these things. And then Beerus kind of talks about how they destroyed. They've been focusing their recruitment on just this planet, and they've destroyed the entire Frieza force, and they could have found some strong warriors there. And that's where Goku gets the idea of recruiting Frieza. So, and everyone seems shocked. And I actually really like that part where Goku says, "Frieza." It was a really good part in the episode, probably one of my favorite parts, where they're all like kind of shocked, like, "What, Frieza? We're gonna get him?" So it definitely was one of the highlights of the episode. Another thing that we did get to see, we got to see the Universe 3 Warriors. We only got to see 2 of them. One of them is modified when he falls out of the ring, to stay in the ring essentially at all costs. And this other one is the greatest genetically modified warrior of Universe 3, and I gotta say, I really liked his design. Just like the Universe 3 god looks like it's something from GT, this warrior looks like it's something from GT. That's what I really did enjoy about his design, and I think that he's going to be pretty strong. I think he's going to have some tricks up his sleeves, especially against the rest of the Z Fighters that aren't Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, so I'm pretty excited to see him in action. We did get to see a little bit more from the rest of the universes, but the one that we focused on the most was the Universe 6 Saiyans. And okay, let me go ahead and jump into this, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my actual, legit, unfiltered thoughts about this part of the episode. I'm going to go ahead and start out with a compliment sandwich. Alright, so Qualifa's Super Saiyan design, love it. I love the fact that this first female Super Saiyan, I love her hair, I love her attitude. I really do like the fact that we got to see this. I think this is pretty early on we got to see this, because I figured we only get to see a female Super Saiyan like much later, and like when Pan and Bulla became actual characters. So I'm really glad that we got to see this. I liked her attack that she did. I liked her just the way that she visualized Super Saiyan. I just liked everything kind of about her. Her transformation was lackluster. It's probably the second most lackluster, competing for the second most lackluster spot of any Super Saiyan transformation. We saw Goten's transformation. He transformed. Looked like his hair just changed from one still to the next still when we saw it in Dragon Ball Z. Her transformation's a little bit better than that, but not by much. It's one of the weaker ones, I think. And then the compliment that I'm going to end this on is the fact that we get to see Kale become Super Saiyan next, and we actually get to see that in the preview, and it looked pretty badass. It looks like she's gonna have more of a badass transformation. Now, Super Saiyan, you don't need to tap into some hidden anger to become Super Saiyan anymore. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. I feel like they should have pushed more on that instead of being like, oh, there's a tingling feeling in the back and in the center of your back, and that's how you become Super Saiyan. And then she did it in like 10 seconds. I knew that was gonna happen because we don't know these characters that well, so I knew it was going to be really, really quick that we're gonna get this transformation, and it's gonna come out of nowhere. And I just was wondering how they're gonna do it because we don't know enough about her to push her over the edge to make her that angry. But Kaba, he tried to insult her in a very elementary school way. She got upset, but I mean that's part of her character. She was, she's very like, touchy kind of. But then she was like, well, what does it feel like when you become Super Saiyan? Well, it's a tingly feeling on your back, and then that's where I center all my energy. She did that. She turned into a Super Saiyan. I thought that was too much of a cop out. I do like the fact that we get to see exactly more on like the anatomy of a Super Saiyan, what makes a Super Saiyan, what is a Super Saiyan. But I just felt like we could have at least like gone into the next episode, like add another episode where she's really training and becomes a Super Saiyan, or she's fighting Kale and then as she's attacking Kale. Maybe that's it. Maybe her Super Saiyan transformation, she'll be attacking Kale, pushing Kale to the edge. Because from what we've learned is that if someone's pushed to the edge, or somebody is at death's door, or somebody is some emotional trauma happens to them, or some anger is released, that's normally when they become Super Saiyan. And she wasn't really pushed to the edge. She just kind of like technically figured out how to push the energy in a certain way to turn to Super Saiyan. I really was not digging that at all. I'm really hoping actually that Kale gets a really cool transformation sequence, or that she's legitimately pushed to the edge. Because it'd be cool if, okay, she's a genius, Khalifa, apparently. So if Kale really can't focus the center of all her energy center of her back like Khalifa, it'd be cool to see them push her over the edge. She already seems like she's sort of like timid, and like she's like I can't do that. When they were asking her to do it, she's like I can't do that. So it'd be cool if she can't do it, and then Khalifa attacks her and pushes her to that limit where she becomes legendary Super Saiyan, or the female version, or whatever they're gonna call it in this. So I'm really excited to see that. That's gonna be the next episode. Overall, it was a pretty decent episode. Decent artwork. We got some more, some more of the other universes that I really like. I really like Universe 3. I liked the whole Frieza, like how they got to Frieza thing. Boo falling asleep, I even, that was alright. Just the whole Super Saiyan thing, it's a little iffy. I'm a little touchy on that, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can see more later on of how the anatomy of what a Super Saiyan is and what makes one and how it works. So anyway, guys, drop me a like if you like my video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this episode. And this is gonna be Dragon Ball Black signing off.